Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my last chance books. I have a stack of books that I am either going to read in the next year or get rid of. I've seen Becca from Becca and the Books do this and was inspired by her These Books Will Self-Destruct list, and I thought it's about time that I make my own and hold myself accountable for the books that have been on my TBR the longest. So let's jump into it. So next to me I have a stack of 8 books that I want to read within the next year, or else they're going. Mainly because some of these I've just lost interest in. Some of them I've read the first book in the series and some of them I need like a candle lit under my bum to, you know, get them read. So let's jump in with this one, and this is going to seem the strangest, I think, mainly because I really like this author and I like his big books. I have read 2 of them so far this year, and this is one that I'm talking about. So Kim Follett, Fall of Giants, this is the first book in the Century trilogy, which follows a family throughout the First World War, I do believe. And I love these books. I love the Pillars of the Earth trilogy, the Kingsbridge trilogy, which now is actually like 4 books. I like them, you know, they're chunky books that follow a set group of people throughout mainly their entire life, and it should be boring, but it's not. He writes so well and it's so intriguing and I adore them, but I just haven't picked this one up, and that might be because they are chunky, they are intimidating, they're like over 1,000 pages. Watch me say that, and this one's not. No, this one's like 900 pages. But you know, they are chunky books. They are long and intense and epic novels, really. But yeah, I do want to read this. The reason this is on this list is not because I'm itching to get rid of it. It's just because it took me so long to read the second 2 like novels in the Kingsbridge trilogy, even though I know there's a new one out. But it took me so long to read them because they are intimidating, and even though I know that I'm most likely gonna love it, they are scary. So if I put it on this list, hopefully this will give me some motivation to read it, because I don't want to say goodbye. The next book on this list, I should by all accounts want to read this. You know, I've got a stack of the genre right here, and like very specific to the genre, historical war fiction set in World War II. But I've tried reading this like 2 or 3 times now and I just haven't. And if I can't, then it's going. And that's All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I know that I've heard so many good things about this book. Everyone raves about it. And it says, from Marie Lar, blind since the age of 6, the world is full of mazes. The miniature of Paris neighbourhood made by her father to teach her the way home. The microscope layers within the invaluable diamond that her father guards in the Museum of Natural History. The walled city by the sea where father and daughter take refuge when Nazis invade Paris. And a future which draws her ever close to Werner, a German orphan destined to labour in the mines until a broken radio fills his life with possibilities and bring him to notice of the Hitler Youth. In this magnificent, deeply moving novel, the stories of Marie Laura and Warner illuminate the ways against all odds people try to be good to one another. It sounds good, but I get like to page, let's see, I got to page, I thought 50, but not even 50. Maybe like 30, and I put it back down. I don't want to get rid of it, but if I don't read it in the next year, it's gotta go. We're not keeping stuff on our shelves that don't bring us joy, or that we're never gonna read. This next one, I don't know how I feel about these. I read the first one ages ago, and since then my reading tastes have changed. So there's a chance that I may read these and love these. Given that I have all 3 now, if I binge them, there's more of a chance of me really enjoying them. And that is the Sabriel, Aborson and Lyriel. I don't know what this series is called. The Old Kingdom series. If I remember correctly, this is the like original trilogy of them. So I read the first one 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I wasn't blown away by it. That being said, I have definitely been on a more, what am I trying to say? That being said, I have been on a fantasy kick more recently, especially series that I can just binge through. And I'm hoping if I binge through them, that might change my opinion. But if I don't get to them, I'm going to pass them on because someone else deserves to read these and love them more than I can, if they're just sitting on my shelves unread. And the same is true for this next book, and this is The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. I have never picked this book up, and I don't know why. Like, I think I'll like it based on the synopsis and other people who I trust their recommendations of. This has been on my shelf for 10 years, probably. My little brother bought this for me ages ago, and I just haven't picked it up. And I don't know why. Like, why is it just sitting on my shelves? It's fantasy. I like fantasy. Maybe I'm scared of getting into another series. I don't know. But even though this is sitting in coffee, even though I've held on to it for so long because my baby brother gave it to me, if it's not read within the year, I'm eating it. It's going. Because someone else who really loves the series, who wants like a first edition copy of it, will be happier. If I do turn out that I love it, then, you know, I'll let you know. But I don't know. Why am I putting this on this list? This one makes me sad. So maybe that will give me more motivation to read it. But yeah, it's beautiful. Like, look at those deckled edges. I just need to read it. Right, these last two are a bit of a weird one. Because, again, I don't actually want to get rid of these books, but I do need to read them. And I need some motivation to read them, or else they have to go. I'm not bringing in books that I'm not going to read. And I think that has to be like my hard and fast rule. As much as I want my massive library to be chock-a-block, I want it to be full of books that I love and adore, and that's like a rule for me. And let's just look. Right, so these are all my Philippa Gregory books. We've got like the Cousins' War, which follows the War of Roses. We've got my Tudor books, which are all about Henry VIII and his wives. That being said, this year I have read 2 or 3 Philippa Gregory books, and like gotten rid of them because I found that I don't enjoy her writing or her portrayal of Elizabeth in the like newer, I don't want to say newer, the Tudor series that is focused on Elizabeth. I don't like them. So I have binge read 3 or 4 when we were packing up our house, and so I'm a bit burnt out, but equally I think I'm gonna enjoy these, and if I don't, then I'm gonna be really sad because it's gonna mess up my like collection, because this is the last book I need to read in the kind of Henry VIII wives bit, and this is Three Queens, Three Sisters, Three Queens, and this follows Henry VIII's sisters and Catherine of Aragon and their story together, but the main kind of person we're following is Henry VIII's sister Catherine. No, he does have a sister. And this is like our main character in this, or the story is told from Margaret's perspective. Yeah, so I don't think I won't like this. And the next one is The Last Tudor, and this is all about Lady Jane Grey, who was queen for a very short time period before she got chucked out by Princess or Queen Mary. Yeah, so by all accounts, I should enjoy these because they are set in, I don't know, I just prefer the writing of these, and I don't know if they're newer, and maybe I enjoy her newer writing versus her older stuff. Who knows? By all expectations, I should at least enjoy these. Whereas I really didn't like the other one. Right, so this is my read or yeet list. I'll give myself a year, or is that too much? I think I'll give myself a year to read these, and if by next summer I haven't, then they need to go. If I read them quicker than a year, then I'll do an update on these, and we'll pick some more. If this works. This could just make me really sad, and I could be saying goodbye to all of these, but you know, Time will tell. What are some books that you think you should do this challenge for? Leave some comments below and let me know. I hope you're all staying happy, safe and healthy, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye guys!